Welcome back to another exciting part, expanding your reach and seeing the impact of your digital advocacy through virtual street law. Remember, consistency, creativity, and genuine engagement with the online community are key. To effectively reach your audience, you need to understand the different social media platforms. WhatsApp is huge in Nigeria. It is fantastic for sharing information directly within communities and groups. Facebook offers a broad reach, allowing you to build communities around specific legal topics and engage in discussions. Instagram is great for visually driven content, reaching younger audiences with impactful images and short videos explaining key rights. X is your go-to for real-time updates, engaging in public discourse on legal issues, and reaching media and policy makers. YouTube is perfect for hosting longer-form educational content, webinars, and in-depth explanations. And TikTok, while newer for some, is incredibly effective for reaching youth with short, creative, and engaging video content. This leads us to platform-specific content strategies. What works on Instagram might not work on LinkedIn. Tailor your format and messaging to each platform's strength and audience. Effective content and activity management is crucial for staying organized. Develop a content calendar. Plan what you will post, when, and on which platform, considering key dates and events such as election periods and human rights days. For time management, explore social media management tools that allow you to schedule posts in advance. This saves you time and ensures consistent activity. Community management is all about being present and responsive. Answer comments and messages promptly and foster positive interactions within the online community. Be ready to address misinformation respectfully and provide accurate legal guidance. Finally, monitoring conversations and trends help you stay relevant. What are people talking about online regarding legal issues in Nigeria? Jump into relevant discussions and create content that addresses those trending topics. Finally, let's talk about using hashtags strategically. Identify relevant hashtags. Combine broad hashtags like #Nigeria, #law, #rights, with more specific ones like #GoToCourt, #HumanRightsNigeria, #Justice for Nigeria, and even location-based hashtags like #LagosLaw or #Abuja Rights. Research trending hashtags related to current events in Nigeria and see if you can connect them responsibly to your advocacy message. Create campaign-specific hashtags for your virtual street law initiatives to build a community around them. And don't be afraid to research and use local slang and internet culture appropriately to make your content more relatable, but always be respectful and avoid misusing it. Most importantly, avoid hashtag spam. Using too many irrelevant hashtags can hurt your reach. Now that you're creating great content and managing your presence effectively, let's explore how to grow your reach and measure your impact.
Welcome back to the final part of our guide. You have learned how to craft compelling content and engage effectively. Now, let's explore strategies to expand your reach and understand how to measure the impact of your virtual street law advocacy. To amplify your message, consider running promotions. This includes engaging with influencers and exploring paid advertising. Identifying and engaging relevant influencers can significantly boost your reach. Think about individuals, both micro and macro influencers who have strong connection with your target audience and whose values align with virtual street law's mission. This could be a popular youth advocate on Instagram, a respected community leader on Facebook, or even a legal commentator on X. When you collaborate with influencers, think beyond just asking them to share your content. Get creative. You could co-create a short video explaining a legal right, host a joint live session discussing a relevant issue, or have them share their personal stories related to legal awareness. Remember ethical considerations. Be transparent about any sponsored content. For instance, partnering with a student influencer to create a fun TikTok video explaining the dangers of cyberbullying can reach a demographic that an advocacy campaign might struggle to connect with directly. For broader reach, consider paid social media advertising. Platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and X offer powerful advertising tools. You can target specific demographics based on age, location, down to specific cities, interest, and even online behaviors. This allows you to get your message in front of the people who are most likely to be interested in your virtual street law content. The basic principles of audience targeting and budgeting are key. Start with a clear understanding of who you want to reach. Experiment with different targeting options to see what works best. You don't need a huge budget to start. Even a small, well-targeted campaign can yield results. Now, how do you know if your efforts are actually making a difference? This is where understanding social media success metrics and tracking relevant analytics comes in. Identifying key performance indicators, KPIs, is crucial. These are the metrics that directly align with your advocacy goals. If your goal is to raise awareness, reach and impressions are important. If you want engagement, look at the engagement rate. If you're driving traffic to your website for more resources, track website clicks. For specific campaigns, you might even track conversions or analyze sentiments. Thankfully, social media platforms provide analytic tools. Facebook pages have insights, Instagram has insights, X has analytics, and YouTube has YouTube Studio. These tools provide valuable data on your content's performance and your audience demographics. There are also free third-party tools that can offer more in-depth analysis. The key is tracking and interpreting data. Don't just look at the numbers, understand what they mean. If a post about online safety has high engagement with young people, that tells you this is a topic that resonates with that audience. If a campaign using specific hashtag sees a spike in mentions, that indicates increased visibility. Use this data to refine your strategy. What types of content perform best? What time of the day gets the most engagement? Adjust your approach based on what the data tells you. Finally, reporting and communicating results is important, especially if you're working with a team or reporting to an organization. Regularly share your findings, highlighting successes and areas for improvement. This helps everyone understand the impact of your social media advocacy efforts. If you're part of a larger virtual street law initiative, having an efficient social media team is vital. This starts with defining roles and responsibilities. You might have individuals dedicated to content creation, community management, analytics tracking, and even graphics design. Clearly define who is responsible for what to avoid overlap and ensure all aspects are covered. Collaboration and communication strategies are essential for a smooth workflow. Establish clear communication channels. This could be a dedicated WhatsApp group, regular online meetings, or using project management tools. Encourage open communication and feedback. For instance, a content creator might share draft posts for review before they are scheduled.
And that's it. You now have a solid understanding of how to grow your reach and measure the success of your virtual street law social media advocacy. Remember, building a strong online presence takes time and consistent effort. By strategically engaging with influencers, exploring paid promotion where resources allow, diligently tracking your analytics, and working effectively as a team, you can amplify the vital message of legal literacy and justice.
Thank you for joining us on this journey to becoming powerful virtual street law advocates. Your voice matters,
and together we can make a real difference.